Hi, my name is Pardeep. Today we're going to talk about L1 visas in the context of Canadians. First, I want to talk about just a little bit about the concept. L1 visas are basically a foreign company sending personnel to their American company. Now, the two companies, a foreign and the American, need to have a relationship that is either a parent relationship, a subsidiary relationship, a branch relationship, an affiliate relationship, or even a joint venture relationship. Now, the common denominator amongst all of those relationships is control. One company has to have control over the other, how they operate, and that generally means at least 50% ownership in the other company. Okay, generally speaking. And then the other aspect is the employees that come over. There's three actually. There's one is L1B, which is a specialized knowledge. We're not going to talk about that today. We're just going to talk about L1As. So it's either a manager or an executive. Now, an executive is basically the textbook definition, right? They sit at the apex of the organization. They set policy. They've got wide discretion in what they do. They don't answer to anybody except somebody higher than them, perhaps the board or other executives. And what that generally entails is that they have other people underneath them that actually do frontline type of work, whatever a company that they would do, right? So the executive can't be doing frontline type of production work. There generally has to be a hierarchy underneath them to be able to do the day-to-day functioning of the company. Now, the other definition is a manager. Now, a manager, basically, they manage an organization. Either they manage other professionals or other managers, or they manage an essential function, right? No professionals or other managers underneath them. They have the authority to hire and fire their subordinates, and they have wide discretion in the department that they're managing. Now, the employee has to have at least 1 year of experience abroad in the foreign company working as either an executive or a manager. Now, fun fact, a lot of people don't talk about this. You can be an executive abroad and becoming to be a manager in America, or vice versa. A manager abroad and becoming to do executive type duties in America. Not a lot of people talk about that, right? So there you go. You're getting it for free today, okay? So Canadians. So what is the unique situation with Canadians and L1 visas? Well, due to NAFTA, USMCA now, Canadians can apply for L1 visas right at the border. No other country can do that. Not even Mexicans. They're also party to NAFTA, USMCA. They can't do that. They can apply for a TN at the border, but they can't apply for an L1 visa at the border. They've generally got to file with USCIS, right? Get it approved, get the 797, just like any other country in the world except for Canada. File with USCIS, get it approved, take the 797 approval, make an appointment at the embassy and get a visa to come into the country. That's what everybody else has to do. Now, Canadians are exempt from that, right? They are visa exempt. Okay, so they can show right up at the border. They make an appointment at the port of entry and they show up with their application and they adjudicate it on the spot. The other good part of this is that you don't have to do premium processing, right? Because you get it done on the spot. You can show up at noon, have your interview at noon. You could be admitted into the United States by 2 p.m. as an L1 visa holder. Basically, they're just going to grant you entry, give you an I-94, basically saying that you've been admitted as an L1A immigrant. Now, if it's a new office application, you're going to have to renew. That renewal, you can't do at the border. You got to file with USCIS. Okay. If it's an established company that's been in operation for more than a year, they've got revenue, they've got employees that can support a manager, other professionals that can support managerial role, or an executive, other managers, other frontline workers to be able to support an executive. They've been in operation, they've got payroll, they've filed their taxes, they've been in operation for more than a year. That's an established company, so it's not a new office. They could get approved for 3 years. And when it comes time to renew again, file with USCIS. They don't need a physical visa stamp. That's the beauty of L1As for Canadians. And it's a very quick process for Canadians. They're the only ones in the world that enjoy this privilege. And if you got any questions, give us a call. We'd be more than happy to talk to you. I hope you found the video useful and the information useful.